In this video today, we're going to be taking you through what is it actually like living in one of Phoenix's fastest growing neighborhoods. We are down in Laveen today. So in this video, we're going to give you a general overview of what is it actually like living down here in Laveen, where is it located on a map, as well as take you through 3 different neighborhoods. That way, if you are thinking about making a move down to the Laveen area, you already have a general idea on the different types of housing and what neighborhoods look like. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So Laveen, as I said, this area is growing like absolute wildfire, and we'll explain more when we hop into my computer and show you kind of on a map of why. But as of 5 years ago, there was pretty much nothing down here. It's just ranches and farms, and now it is growing like absolute crazy. There's new builds everywhere, and it is absolutely bustling. We'll talk again more of the location here in a second, but one of the best things of, if you are gonna think about moving to this area, one of the best things to do is just honestly come to the Cesar Chavez Park down here, and they have this massive, I'm telling you, this lake is absolutely massive. It's really, really cool. They have walking trails all around it. You can bike here, you can catch and fish. There's a ton of ducks and families that were feeding the ducks over there. So it's a really, really cool park. They have a really massive playground as well. So if you have little ones or if you just want to go down the slide, they have that area over there. They have a dog park here. They have a skate park. So it's a really, really nice public space and a public park. And this is located right in the heart of Laveen. And it's just so nice, when it's super hot or everybody thinks in the desert there's no grass or there's no water. Well, here you get a little bit of grass and you get obviously the lake here as well. So it's a really, really cool park and one of the best things to do if you live in this area. A ton of the residents, and it's very much community focused down here in Laveen. It has a lot of strong pride, and it's really, really cool. And this is one of the main gathering spots down here at the Cesar Chavez Park. Now, one of my absolute favorite things to do in the Laveen area is play the Aguila Golf Club. So this is a golf course that is owned by the city of Phoenix, but guys, it is so good. It is so good. They have an 18-hole course, as well as they have a walking 9-hole course. And not only that, the conditions are absolutely amazing. If you guys have watched any of my other videos, you guys know I absolutely love to golf. And Aguila is one of the best courses, I'm not kidding, in the entire Phoenix area for condition, value, and kind of pace of play. So they have recently continue to remodel it. The greens are absolutely amazing, but they have recently hosted qualifying to get into the Waste Management Open. That is one of the professional golf tournaments down here in the Scottsdale area. And that course is so good that they host qualifying to get into that tournament. So that just gives you a general idea on, the type of quality of course that you're getting. Not only that, they have the Boys and Girls State Golf Tournament here at Aguila as well. So I'm telling you, really, really high quality. And you'd think, it's going to be $150 to $200. Guys, if you're a local and you get the Phoenix card, on the weekends you can walk for $45. It's absolutely unheard of. You're not going to find that anywhere else in the Phoenix Metro, and it is by far the best value in terms of golf courses here in the Valley. If you're not like me and you don't like to walk and you like to ride, I think it's $16 or $20 for a card. They also have a range pass. It's an amazing course, guys. I can go on and on about talking how good of a golf course it is down here in the Valley. But it also is really nice that you have a 9-hole walking course. It's $15 if you're a resident of the Phoenix area, and you can play it as many times as you want in the day. So it's an absolute steal, and I highly recommend if you live down here in the area. Honestly, if we moved here, I would be there every single day. It's really good. They have really good practice facilities. It's an amazing, amazing golf course. Now, some other things to do while you're down here living here in Laveen. So honestly, one of the best parts is that right behind me, you have South Mountain and kind of the South Mountain foothills. This is without a doubt, I would say, the number one reason actually between, if it was me, it'd be Aguila, but the number one reason why most people choose to live in the Laveen area is just because how close you are to the South Mountain Phoenix Preserve. You are minutes away from hiking. We talked about in other videos like Gilbert and Chandler, you're so far from mountains. Not here in Laveen, it's literally in your backyard. So if you like to go mountain biking, if you like to go hiking, if you have a little dune buggy, you can take it up into the foothills there, and nobody's gonna stop you. It's absolutely incredible. It's I'm telling you, one of the absolute best things about living down here in the Laveen area is how close you are to the mountains right behind me. You can just pull over, every time I come and golf this golf course, there's a little area where people take their dune buggies, their dirt bikes, and they just go shredding up in the desert mountains. So without a doubt, one of the best parts about living here in the Laveen area is just how close you are to the South Mountain Phoenix Preserve. Not only that, it's just so pretty, like how can you beat a view of this, where we are right now, but you got the lake, and then it's just so pretty looking out, and you just have the mountains right there in your backyard. So Laveen is a really, really hopping spot. There's a ton to do that are down here in the area. One really cool thing too is that, and we'll touch more on this on the map video, is that you're right off of, so on Baseline, they are adding a ton of fast food shops, stores, everything that you can probably think of in terms of stores the Laveen has it. They don't have a Costco yet, but honestly, with how much this place is growing, I would not be surprised if they added that or a Sam's Club here shortly. So without further ado, let's pop into my computer. I'll show you on a map of kind of where Laveen is at. That way, if you're thinking about moving here, you already have a general idea on how far it is from the airport, State Farm Stadium, all that good stuff. So let's hop in my computer, and then after that, we'll get you out into 3 neighborhoods so you can get a feel for what it's like actually living here. All right, so as we talked about, Laveen, Arizona, it is growing like absolute crazy. And it's no surprise because once they built this 202 highway, so this highway was built it was completed at the end of 2020. And Laveen used to be a really, really hard area to get to here in the southwest part of Phoenix. And because of the 202, now it's super easy. So anywhere, the Laveen area is kind of this little rectangle here in the southwest part of Phoenix. Now, if you take local roads up into downtown, you're probably anywhere from like 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 25 all the way over to the airport. But the nice thing is that so a job like mine where I drive all over the Phoenix Valley, you can get anywhere in about 30 minutes max, just based on your so easy access to this 202 highway. So a lot is being built along this baseline road. This is kind of the main thoroughway throughout the Laveen area. As you can tell, there's a bunch of new restaurants and malls. You got Dave's Hot Chicken, In-N-Out, Salad and Go. This is a nice little shopping mall here right off of baseline as well. So I'm telling you, Laveen is growing like crazy, and this is just the beginning. So a lot of like the older parts of Laveen, so kind of this northern part, this was built, in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So you have all kinds of different houses. You have large acres and like a bunch of like old like ranches and dairy farms. You have some newer neighborhoods, as you can see, like the Roger Ranch and Cheatham Farms area. These are going to be more of your newer, built in probably like 2000 to 2010, a little bit newer subdivisions. Homes in this area go from anywhere from like 450 all the way up to the 5 and 550. Now, where a lot of these new homes are being built is going to be on this western side of Laveen, and then basically anything kind of as close to the highway as possible. Whenever you drive up here, all of this between about 51st Avenue and the 202, this is all going to be brand new homes. So I'm telling you, all of this, even up in the Buckeye area, just on the other side of Laveen, this area is growing like crazy. This Laveen Estates, Tierra Mountain, these are all brand new housing developments that are growing like absolute crazy. One of the top end neighborhoods, the Whispering Hills, is going to be just south of Laveen. So I'm telling you, all of this area of Laveen is pretty much all going to be brand new. And then obviously the highlight that we talked about earlier is the Gila Golf Club, and then the Cesar Chavez Park. So you can see good overview of the lake. You got the golf course here, and that looks so cool with all that lush green and then the desert. So then you got the park there as well. So again, if you are thinking about living in the Laveen area, again, it looks close on a map, but if you're taking the side streets, it's probably going to be anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes if you are going into downtown every day, or if you are going to the airport often, you just hop onto the 202 and it's just a straight shot in. Kind of the cool thing about coming from this side of town too is there's 2 ways to get to the airport from here. So let's say that there's an accident through I-10, you can just hop on the southern side down to I-17 and get to the airport. So kind of a nice little convenient area coming from the west side. If you do drive into downtown every day, it's going to be a little bit slow. This part of I-10 is crazy busy. You get a ton of traffic coming off of I-17 and then as well as merging onto the 202 on the south side. So traffic in this part of the I-10 can get a little hectic, but overall, the Laveen area, it's a really, really quiet area. I'm telling you, it's just growing like absolute crazy. There's just new homes everywhere, and you'll see that here in a second once we get you back out. So that pretty much wraps it up for other things to do and some other areas that you might be going often. If you go to the Scottsdale area, again, that's probably about 30 minutes, I would feel comfortable saying, with no traffic. You just hop on 202, straight shot onto I-10 and the 202. If you go to if you're a huge Cardinals fan or you love to go, shopping, the Westgate area is going to be probably your closest bet. Again, you're probably 25 to 30 minutes away. So really, really good area of town. I think there's a Costco right here at the end of the 101. Otherwise, you'd probably meet me at the Costco that I go to, and that's just down here in the Chandler area. So it's growing like crazy. I'm sure in the future, I guarantee there's going to be one more Costco or Sam's Club here in the southwest part of Phoenix. So that wraps it up kind of on a map of what you can expect of where to live. Again, one of the best things about living in Laveen is that you have South Mountain right in your backyard. So there's a ton. Look at there's so many trails. there are so many things to do in the South Mountain area. So again, it's right in your backyard. It's super pretty. And yeah, Laveen's an amazing area. So let's get you back out and take a look at 3 different types of neighborhoods here in the Laveen, Arizona area. Guys, before we get into our first video, if you like this video so far, make sure you click the like button and comment down below. That helps us know that we're creating content that you actually enjoy and is valuable. But guys, my name is Eric, and if you're thinking about making a move to the Phoenix area, please pause the video and reach out to us. Guys, this is our full-time career. We moved here from Nebraska a couple years ago, and we absolutely love Phoenix, Arizona. I changed my entire career to help people just like you that are thinking about moving. So guys, if that's you, again, pause the video, jot down our contact information, and reach out to us. We want to help you. We want to help you move down here to the beautiful and sunny Phoenix, Arizona area. I know it absolutely changed my life, so we want to help you change yours. And we know these neighborhoods like the back of our hands. If you're moving tomorrow, if you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, or even 7 years, guys, pause the video, reach out to us. Contact information is down below. So now let's get into a tour of the first neighborhood. All right, guys, now we are out in our first stop. This is Dobbins Place. This is just south of the Cesar Chavez Park that we started at the start of the video. But I wanted to show you guys this neighborhood. This neighborhood has been built within the last about 5 to 10 years. And what's really, really nice is this is like a master plan community at its best. So you'll notice a lot of these homes are a little bit smaller. You know, you don't really have, like the home itself is bigger. You know, you get anywhere from like 15 to 1,700 square feet. But you'll notice right behind me too, and through some of the B-roll, that you don't really have that much land. However, the really, really nice thing about like this particular neighborhood is that the prices are super, super low. So right now you can get into a nice 3 and 2.5 bathroom house for only $377,000. Anywhere else in Phoenix, that is absolutely crazy. It's crazy. So and what's really, really cool, and I'll walk over here in a second, what's also really, really cool about this neighborhood is the amount of like green belts that they have and the amount of like walking trails that they have kind of all the way throughout this community. So this is a really, really good spot if you are like a first-time home buyer or your budget is just on the lower end. That's one of the best parts about Laveen is that you can get into a home in the high 3s, low 4s. I'm telling you, anywhere else in Phoenix, you are not going to find anything anywhere close to that. What's really, really nice about this specific community too is that it has a swimming pool. It has all this green space as well as a couple playgrounds kind of throughout. So a really, really good location, super easy to get over onto the highway as we just talked about on the map video as well. So a really, really great community, especially on the lower end of the budget. So next we'll hop into one of the newer developments here in the Laveen area. And the nice thing with this neighborhood too is you can get a brand new spanking home for in the high 4s. So stay tuned, and then if you stay all the way to the end, I'm going to take you to a gated community that's also brand new, and it's just beginning, and it's an amazing, amazing community with some beautiful homes. So make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end. Let's get you out into our second neighborhood next. All right, guys, so we are on our second stop here in the Laveen kind of vlog tour. And what's really cool with this neighborhood, so this is on kind of in like the mid price points for what you can expect to buy. So the really nice thing with this neighborhood is you'll get some 2 stories up here as well, but they do a good job of kind of blending in some different styles, right? So you can get a home here in the low 4s. This is in the southwest part of Laveen. So you can get a home in the low 4s, but however, if you want a little bit bigger size home, you know, the nice thing with this specific neighborhood in Estrella Crossing is that you can get like some 2 stories that run and a little bit larger 1 stories that run more in like the high 4s, low 5s. So the nice thing with this neighborhood is it has a good diversity of different living styles. Do you want a 2 story? Do you want a little bit bigger single story? Or are you just looking to get in into kind of that mid 4s for about 2,000 square feet? Again, the really cool thing with the Laveen area is that pretty much all of these neighborhoods are going to be brand new. But not only are they brand new, the interesting part of Laveen is that when you're driving, so you'll get these brand new neighborhoods, but then you'll also be driving and you get these like huge ranch style homes, because the Laveen area used to just be all kind of like bigger lots and like dairy farms, right? And a ton of farming down here. So you do get kind of a little bit of a mix of both. But again, the really, really good thing about the Laveen area is that you're right off of the 202. So for example, if you work downtown in this specific neighborhood, you can be to the highway, the interstate in 5 minutes, and then boom, you're heading up north into downtown. So really, really nice neighborhood. Honestly, this is a perfect example of what new homes look like and new neighborhoods look like down here in the Laveen area once they're a little bit more built. You know, you could get a decent sized lot. A lot of these are going to be anywhere from like 65 to 75,000, 6,500 to 7,500 square feet. So decent sized lot, especially all things considered here in Arizona. And overall, it's just it's a pretty standard neighborhood. It is pretty nice. They do a good job. You have like these little walking trails and some kind of grassy areas as well. So guys, this is our second in our mid-tier of homes of what you can expect to buy here in the Laveen area. Next, make sure you stay tuned, and make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end, because the Whispering Hills neighborhood is one that you are not going to want to miss out. Absolutely beautiful, and it's right up against the mountain. So make sure you stay tuned, and we'll hop into our last and final neighborhood next. All right, guys, before we get into our last stop, again, if you like this video, click the like button and comment down below. That helps it push the algorithm out to more amazing people just like yourself that is watching. But guys, this is the last and luxury stop here in the Laveen area. This is Whispering Hills. Now, this is pretty much a brand new development, as you can see, just with kind of all the construction going on throughout the B-roll as well. But all of these homes are pretty much brand new, and these homes are absolutely spectacular. I love the elevation changes that they've done with the on the outside. It's not just all like stucco, kind of boring stucco. So that they did an amazing job with. But also, what's really cool with this particular community is you have homes that are 2,500, you have homes that are 3,000, you have all the way homes up to 3,500 square feet. So if you are more of buying on the luxury end and you want to be in a super quiet and up and coming area, this Whispering Hills neighborhood is going to be for you. Now, the HOAs, they are a little bit higher, which is a little frustrating, because with a higher HOA, you would think that you would get like a community pool and all these amenities. Here, you pretty much don't get anything. You just get the general park and just some walking ways. There's a couple of playgrounds as well. But so a little frustrating on that aspect. But again, it's still a brand new, and everything is super nice down here in the Whispering Hills neighborhood. And I'm telling you, it's in such a good location. You're kind of on the southwest side of Laveen, so you don't really get too much traffic that is coming through here, and you're almost walking distance up to the park and the golf course as well. So Laveen, it's a tiny little community down here in the southwest part of Phoenix. But Whispering Hills, if you are looking for a home that's a little bit on the higher end of the budget, this is an absolutely amazing neighborhood, guys. Go check out our new build tour of Laveen. We walked through a specific model home that is here in the Whispering Hills neighborhood. So again, if you guys are thinking about making a move out to the Laveen area, guys, pause the video, or anywhere in Phoenix, pause the video, jot down our contact information. We are here on standby and ready to help you make your move down to the Phoenix area. So Whispering Hills, it's an amazing neighborhood. Cannot recommend it enough if you have the means to get in to this neighborhood. And again, one of the best parts about this entire Laveen area is you are just right at the foothills of South Mountain. So an amazing community. Cannot recommend Laveen enough. And again, if you're thinking about making a move to the area, guys, pause the video, reach out to us. We are here to help. So thanks for watching, guys. Check out the other videos on our channel and stay tuned.